Hey YouTube. I promise I won't wiggle this in your face. Sorry, I took a nap earlier. I feel a little bit better. I have another idea about a video, and well, it's not an idea. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not even awake yet, so I just had an idea, or mainly just a question. I, you know how you like talk to people online, you get to know them and stuff. And with the pandemic and everything, how do people date since the pandemic's going on? You're supposed to social distance or whatever. How do people date online? I mean, I realize people have found people online and whatever. I mean, because you can't go out and do normal things like you normally would when you date. You can't go out and grab a bite to eat. You can't go out and do activities or whatever. So, what does an online date really consist of? I mean, aside from talking to each other and chatting or whatever. I mean, can you watch a movie together or what? I mean, not that I'm dating anyone, I just technology's changed and everything, and people date people from all over the world, and they can't visit each other or whatever. So I keep saying the word whatever a lot. Sorry about that. But how do people date online? That would be frustrating. I mean, and I guess this video would more or less pertain to this other channel that I have of things that people go through every day. Uh, how do you deal with especially with online dating, because you don't know what the other person's doing, whatever. And like, say for instance, if you have had kind of a bad experience in the past of being cheated on, how can you guarantee with online dating that the person won't cheat? Or would it be better to have like an agreement that they can have friends or they can date whoever they choose to? I mean, because if you're not in a committed relationship, you don't need that whole, well, you're mine or whatever. Not that I'm even looking for something like that. I mean, for me, I think it's better to build a friendship before you jump into something like that. I mean, because a relationship is such a major step. You have to get to know each other for a while, and that takes a lot of time. And sometimes, and it's cool too if you just want to remain friends. I mean, if I've talked to a couple, if I've talked to a couple of guys, or if I talk to one guy, or if I talk to five guys, I mean, I would rather them do their own thing, or I would rather them get to know me, not saying that they need to have their time spent with me constantly, because I know they have friends and whatever. I would rather them do their own thing and not feel pressured about talking to me all the time, if that makes any sense. I'm just asking this because I've kind of had a few bad streaks in dating or relationships, you know. And maybe I'll find someone one day. I figure I will. Even my mom would have wanted me to move on. She told me a few months before she passed away that she wanted me to find someone. But I realize that all takes time, and I'm still getting through the grieving process with my mother. Never thought that I would be saying that, but it is what it is, isn't it? Uh, but I'm curious. I'm completely new to this. I mean, when it comes to dating standards, I'm more old school. I believe in getting to know someone for quite a while, being friends with them. I mean, I don't believe in this, you know, not knowing someone very well and then them saying, well, I could marry you. No, sorry, you don't know me that well. I mean, with all due respect, you don't know me that well. I mean, I'm being realistic here. Uh, it's great to get to know someone. I have friends, that we just keep it as friends. They're very, very sweet people. But, and especially if you're friends with someone, I think this bothers me quite a bit also. If you're friends with someone and if you decided to date them, I wouldn't want to run a risk of ruining the friendship if something went bad in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, if you have a pretty good friendship, then, I was bored when I woke up. I needed to make a video. So, anyway, so tell me what you think. I mean, how does online dating work? I mean, can you watch a movie online? I mean, with each other? How do you do that? I mean, technology has changed so much. I mean, whenever I actually dated, before I got divorced, we actually went out and did things. I mean, we didn't have all this newfangled kind of stuff. So this is a completely new thing for me. Uh, Talking is fine, but getting to know someone, talking to someone is fine, but I'm not going to pressure them. I mean, I would rather them feel free and, call me up or whatever, or not call me. They don't even have to call me up, text me and say, do you have free time or whatever. That's cool too. I mean, but I'm also not going to allow myself, because this happened in the past too, I'm not going to allow myself to feel pressured into dating or have someone make me feel bad about myself because I don't choose to date. Maybe there's something about that person in particular that doesn't groove well with me, you know. So if someone makes you feel uncomfortable, there's no reason why you shouldn't. If you don't feel right about dating, then don't. Especially about that person. If they make you feel uncomfortable, I mean, then you shouldn't feel pressured into it. If that makes sense. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of babbling again, but I just woke up and I was just sitting there thinking, and I've thought about it for a while whenever I've been talking to people. I was just like, well, how does that work? How does online dating work? I mean, you see like eHarmony and all these other websites, and oh, I found someone. Well, how do you find someone? I mean, yeah, you chat with them, you talk with them, but unless they meet up with them, I mean, how do you really get to know someone online? I mean, it isn't like you can run down the street and grab a bite to eat, especially with the pandemic. I'm just running around circles on this. Anyway, just give me your input and like, share, and subscribe. Again, a lot of people wouldn't want to hear a topic like this or whatever, but a lot of people date too, so I'm just kind of new to it. I'm kind of leery about it too. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.